Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Under clear, sunny skies, we are ready for football. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Andrews with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Tucker now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Baker. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
Hey, alert 33. Hey,
Baker now off the play fake. He's on the move. He's on the move.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Hey, alert 33.
Irving here from the gun. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Regular. Point it right. Right time.
Baker now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's 2nd and 2. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Here's Baker. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Hurry, hurry! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch out!
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Forced out to his right. Connects with his receiver. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Ready to go with our second quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. First down, here's Baker. On the move, headed right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Mayfield to throw again. That's to the sideline, and Evans has got it. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Oh, nearly got to the end zone there. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Baker throwing again. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers tie and can take the lead here in the second. Mike Evans with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 37. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Sending a receiver left. 2nd and 10 now. Catch made by Bucky Irving. He's got a gain of 6 there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Buccaneers pushing for points. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Putting a receiver in motion. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The flag makes this 3rd down and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Stop.
From the gun, Mayfield. He throws a bullet deep to... And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up. That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. He beams one deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
He's on the move. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Fits it through the middle. Still has some space inside the 35. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Bucky Irving now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Now he takes it. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
From the red zone now. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down, here's Lamar. Aguilar with the grab. He does it, touchdown Baltimore. The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards. And 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Mayfield now from the gun. He's going to push one deep down. Big gain downfield. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Hey, alert 33. Watch out.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Regular. Hurry. Watch out.
Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers tie this game at 21. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Deontay Hardy to return. Return's looking good so far. Uh-oh, miscommunication. The ball is out. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. On the return, here's Irving. Return's looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
Well, we got ourselves quite a game today. A tie game coming into this third quarter. And what you're looking for is a little instant jolt of momentum coming out of the locker room. And that return might just be the spark that leads to that momentous fire.
That one way too far up there. They can't connect.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Irving on the inside give. He finds space for a few yards that time. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and short, Mayfield. Chased out to his right. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the bucket. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Back to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Real.
On the give, this is Irving. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Real. Hurry. Point it right.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Forced out to his right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
King. Watch out.
He'll throw it. This ball's caught by Palmer. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
The left side caught by Andrews. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, so now they face a 4th and 4. These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Now to throw. He connects downfield on 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run here with Henry. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one.
DC, ready?
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. To throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
On the move, headed right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Intended target there was Mike Evans. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Alert!
He'll look to throw it. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Mike Evans. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Looking to throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's on the move. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And finally,
so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins on Sunday Night Primetime.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Good to be in the booth with my partner, Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll manage only the 34-yard line. He's brought down after a short gain. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again here with Henry. He's inside the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. And he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They put Smythe in motion. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon A-Chain. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Hill brought in motion. They'll stay on the ground with A-Chan. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31. Here now, 3rd and 5. They motion a receiver right. Tua now on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Sims now to return it. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds just past the marker. The ball was in the proper place for a new set of downs.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd and 7. Again, it's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They teach these defensive ends to rush to the X. The X is the spot where the quarterback stops his drop, and you can see when he hit that back foot, he had nowhere to go, and he's able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and long. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. Give him 19 yards on 3rd and 18. They found a way to get it done. First down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. He finds Likely, his tight end.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Jackson up top again. He'll try and get there on the... And he's in! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Tua. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Man in motion is Berrios. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. Here's 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And a short gain there, down only to the 48.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
2nd down and 8. To throw is Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. He's going to have the 1st down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down. Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. A gain there of 21. Good for a Raven first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so...
And he will score again. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. A point after now from Tucker. His kick is good. And the Ravens will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, Malik Washington. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here comes 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Tua. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Here's Jake Bailey now as he's on to punt for Miami. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. First and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. first down throw for Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Jackson looking to throw. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Bateman is the motion man. Here's Jackson. Quick hitting slant there. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
First and goal, and it's Henry. A dive, and he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Tucker for the point after. It's up and through. And the Ravens move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw is Tua. Will find Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 28-0 is our score. And we're back to South Florida after this. Third and a yard. Hill brought in motion. He'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hill brought in motion. Off play action, it's Tua. Nowhere to go, he is taken down. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Tua. That's to the outside. He's got Smith. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this 1st half. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on 2nd down. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
3rd and long for Jackson. Off he goes.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. This will be from 56 yards away. And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Here's Achane. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Now Tua. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On comes the punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
On the give, here's Henry. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd down. Hill brought in motion. A run out of the gun with Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now it's Tua. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can see the look on that quarterback's face. He took a big, deep breath. He knows he might have gotten away with one. He's trying to give his receiver a chance in the end zone to go get it, and the defender got there first, and fortunately for him, he didn't come away with the interception.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Hill brought in motion. Play action. Tagovailoa. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and result in a nice touchdown.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Back-to-back gains of 10 yards and back-to-back first downs. Aguilar goes off in motion. The defense all over the little quick pass attempt, and they run him down for no gain on that one.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
On second down, here's a run with Henry. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Kendall Fuller up to make the stop. Third and 9. Bateman is the motion man. Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's Jordan Stout now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now, 8 chains. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And how about that play on special teams? Perfectly done. It checks up right at the 1-yard line. The visitors' offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. We're going to go right back to Henry. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion comes Andrews. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. It's the tight end Likely in motion. 3rd and short, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Again, it's Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll motion over Flowers. There's that man again. Another catch.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Ronnie Stanley, the former 6th overall pick, guilty there. So from 3rd and 2, back him up to 3rd and 7. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. 1st down, Baltimore.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's 1st and 10. It's the tight end likely in motion. Jackson up top again to the tight end likely. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To the air one more time with Jackson. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? In motion comes Andrews. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Trying to do it himself, but this will come up short. They mark him down right at the line of scrimmage. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Second down and 3. Throwing is Tua. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. And he did it with his legs, accounting for 3 first-half touchdowns on the ground. Sensational.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
In motion, it's Waddle. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. It's a first carry for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Here's 2. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Catch made there by Waddle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll motion the tight end Smith. On second down, Achane. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Once again, it's Achane. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He's going to run it. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. In motion, it's Waddle. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Achane. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Achane. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. Hill brought in motion. They'll try it now with Achane. And he will dive into the end zone. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for 2. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll motion over Flowers. Play action now. Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Jalen Phillips that time in there for the sack.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. He'll get this out wide, and he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end Smith. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. Hill brought in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua going to give it to Achane. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. In motion comes Andrews. On play action, here's Jackson. First down throw there is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now on second down. A throw to the right flat. It is caught. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down. Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the gun, Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been. And it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he's in. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. He finds the open man, Braxton Berrios. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. A run out of the gun with Achane. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua now on 3rd down. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield. And that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Jackson now to throw on first down. He'll complete that to his fullback. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, here's Henry. Now a 3rd and 2. Bateman is the motion man. He'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
On the option, they give it to Henry. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Here's a 3rd and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Back to throw is Tua. Into the hands of Berrios. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Now it's Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. That one brought in by Berrios. Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Tua to throw again. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Now a first down throw for Tua. He'll try to hit him with a screen.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That is caught left side by Waddle. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins are able to cut into the deficit. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's the give to Henry running right. And a short pickup to about the 30. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
We're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. On the give, here's Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On third down, here's a run by Henry. Ravens bring their punt team out, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Again, it's Tua. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Tagovailoa. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
He gets that to his tight end, Smith. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They snap it to Tua. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Pistol give to Henry. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Dolphins offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Tua gonna throw. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. In motion, it's Waddle. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Tua now on third down. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That's taken in.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Throwing again, it's Tua. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
That's taken in by Achane. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer. Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from South Florida.